FMCSA states that it's 2 seconds the minimum distance for 70 miles an hour.
Not Arkansas.
I've been over the road for the last 30 years, so
Gotcha.
I can tell you that.
Gotcha. Well, I can tell you, I've been 30 years working here.
Well, we've been meeting ourselves
so
over
we're
here
on the
then,
same
quite a
page.
while.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. Okay.
This encounter was submitted to Badge on Trial by Marco, a long-haul commercial truck driver with more than 25 years of professional driving experience. Marco was traveling eastbound on Interstate 40 outside Lenoke, Arkansas, hauling a loaded commercial trailer at approximately 70 miles per hour. A passenger vehicle overtook his truck and moved into the lane ahead of him. Marco, applying standard commercial driving practice, began reducing his speed to increase the following distance between his vehicle and the car that had just pulled in front of him. Arkansas State Police Officer Pettit, who had been traveling in proximity to Marco's truck, abruptly decelerated and pulled in directly behind Marco's commercial vehicle with emergency lights activated. The traffic stop that followed raises two separate but connected legal issues: the validity of the stated justification for the stop itself, and the nature of what the officer sought to investigate once Marco was pulled over. Welcome to Badge on Trial, where the law holds the badge accountable. If you're new here, hit subscribe and join us. Now let's get into the case.
Well, we have over here, we have a cop doing some sort of what up, man? Fine, thank you. Huh?
The reason I stopped you too close to the car in front of you. Spread out and give them some room, okay?
Nope. Wrong.
Do what?
I can prove you that's wrong.
Do what?
I can prove you that that's wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You have your driver's license and insurance?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice truck. Is it yours?
Right here.
Okay. Whoop. Hold on.
Sure.
Alrighty, thank you. Marco? Marco?
Mm-hmm.
Marco. Yeah, like I said, we'd like about 7-8 car lengths in between you and the vehicle in front of you. Yeah, maybe about 3.5.
It's 2 seconds, so it's 2 seconds, so
2 seconds.
gotta be 2 seconds.
Well, here's my rule of thumb. For every 10 mile an hour, 1 car length. Say you're going 10 miles an hour, 1 car length. 20 miles an hour, 2 car lengths. 30 miles an hour, 3 car lengths. You're going about 70, so you need about 7 car lengths.
As according to DOT, it's a 2 seconds
Well,
at 70 miles an hour.
We're in the state Arkansas right now.
Yeah.
We go by our law.
Well,
You got it?
yeah, but the FMCSA states that it's 2 seconds the minimum distance for 70 miles an hour.
Not
And
Arkansas.
I've been over the road for the last 30 years, so
Gotcha.
I can tell you that.
Gotcha. Well, I can tell you, I've been 30 years working here.
Well, we've been meeting ourselves
So
over
we're on
here
the
then,
same
quite a
page.
while.
Yeah, we got you. We
Yeah.
got you. Okay. Well, hey, let's get finished up so we can both get out of here. Looks good.
All right.
Okay, Marco from, let's see, got insurance.
So what's the batch number, by the way?
What you hauling today, Marco?
I don't know what it's hauling.
Food
Yeah,
stuff.
it says food stuff.
Frozen. Frozen food.
No, it's not frozen.
Praline coconut. No?
Yeah, no, it's not frozen. This is a dry van, so.
Oh, food stuff other than frozen. My bad.
Yeah.
I read it wrong. Other than frozen. Okay.
Yeah, some kind of food, you know. So I don't know.
15 miles. Okay, good. Outstanding. Hey, let me go run a quick check.
Yeah.
And we'll get you right out of here, okay?
Yeah, all right. So here we have Arkansas State Trooper, the state that okay. The state that for every car, for every 10 miles, he says that it gotta be 1 or 2 cars, something like that. So that means that at 70 miles an hour, you gotta have like what, 7 cars a part which is not true, because according to FMCSA, which is a Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, it is 2 seconds of distance between cars. That's the distance we have to keep all the time. So I'm gonna stop this video a little bit and wait for him to see what he said.
Okay, everything's good.
Okay?
Everything's good. Good news, no tickets. Just a warning, okay?
Okay.
Drive safe,
Stay safe.
be careful.
Stay safe. Take care. So he says no tickets. Why no tickets for? I don't need no goddamn tickets. I haven't made any mistakes. I was no speeding. So here we are. Arkansas State Troopers just bothering just for the hell of it.
No citation information or civil forfeiture action has been publicly confirmed in connection with this specific stop. Marco shared the dash cam footage through Badge on Trial's submission process. No formal legal complaint has been publicly confirmed. What this stop illustrates, regardless of its ultimate legal outcome, is a pattern worth placing clearly on the record. Commercial truck drivers operating on Interstate 40 in Arkansas occupy a legally complex position. They are simultaneously subject to traffic law, federal commercial motor vehicle regulations, and the civil asset forfeiture framework that has made this corridor one of the most legally scrutinized stretches of interstate highway in the country. The Fourth Amendment's protection against unreasonable seizures applies to commercial vehicles and their operators with equal force as it does to passenger vehicles. In the 1979 decision, Delaware versus Prouse, the Supreme Court held that stopping a vehicle without reasonable articulable suspicion of a traffic violation or equipment defect constitutes an unreasonable seizure under the Fourth Amendment. A stop justified by a traffic violation standard that does not apply to the class of vehicle being stopped, where the applicable federal standard shows the driver was operating within its parameters, presents a serious challenge to the reasonable suspicion threshold Prouse requires. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration's authority over interstate commercial vehicle operations derives from the Commerce Clause of the United States Constitution and is codified under Title 49 of the United States Code. When a state officer applies a passenger vehicle traffic standard to a federally regulated commercial vehicle in a manner that conflicts with the federal regulatory framework, the resulting enforcement action sits on constitutionally unstable ground. Marco had the legal basis to challenge the initial stop, and the dashcam footage he had the foresight to capture is precisely the evidentiary foundation any such challenge would require. The broader lesson this case reinforces is one that this channel has returned to in nearly every episode. The dashcam is not optional. Marco had been cited multiple times over 25 years for violations he believed he had not committed, with no way to prove his account. The footage from this stop tells a story that the officer stated justification does not survive intact. Without that recording, there is no story. There is only the citation. If this case gave you a clearer picture of how federal commercial vehicle regulations interact with state traffic enforcement and why that interaction matters legally, share it with someone in the trucking industry who needs to understand their rights on the road. Subscribe to Badge on Trial for weekly legal analysis, and drop your answer in the comments. Should a traffic officer be required to demonstrate knowledge of the specific federal safety standards governing the class of vehicle he is stopping before that stop is treated as constitutionally valid? That is the case of Marco. One dash cam and a traffic stop on one of the most heavily documented civil asset forfeiture corridors in the United States, justified by a following distance standard that does not apply to the vehicle he was driving. The badge was put on trial by the federal regulations the officer apparently did not consult. Here on Badge on Trial, we read the law that applies, not the one that is convenient. Subscribe, stay informed, and remember, if you are a commercial driver on Interstate 40 in Arkansas, the federal standard governs your vehicle. Know it, record it, and never drive without a dash cam. I will see you in the next case.